Hi friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. So today I'm going to start more on that series of shelf-stable items. I had made up some of the chicken gravy mix earlier this week. I'll tag that down below so you can see that also. And so I have like maybe 1 tablespoon left of that. So I have to make up more of the brown gravy because we definitely use more of the brown gravy than we do of the chicken. So that's what I'm going to be doing here today. Now, you can actually, change some of the stuff up, because if that's things that you don't like or you don't need or whatever have you, that's things that you can change. That's one thing I like about these versus the packages that you get from the store. Not only is this incredibly cheap, you can control the salt content, the whatever spice that you maybe not like, so that makes it really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you down here and I'm going to show you how I make this up, and we'll get this going, and there'll be the recipe down below, and hopefully you'll like it too. I have posted this before, but I was asked again, of course, to post it. I've gotten more subscribers since each time I post it, so some people may not see this where maybe you have, and I'm sorry if you have, but it's here again if it is something that you do want to use. So anyways, I'll bring it down here. I have everything lined out here, but because I use so much of this, I do a triple batch at one time. So instead of the 1 cup of flour, it's going to be 3. All right. So that's the biggest thing. Now, what we do with this is you use 2 tablespoons of this mix with 1 cup of water. Now, if I remember right, those packages are a 2 cup. So you would double this if you were making the package from the store. All right. Now, anybody who's watched me knows I also, when I do make this up, I do pour this little bit of brownie gravy. This does not, to my knowledge, have a taste. I don't think it has a smell either, but this is what makes it a really nice dark brown, like what you get from the store. So anyways, what I'll be doing is it's going to be 1 tablespoon each of the onion powder, garlic powder, the beef bouillon powder. So that's going to be 3. Now, if you're like me and you actually like the garlic and stuff better, you can add more pepper, less pepper, no pepper. You can't really change the salt content unless you buy the salt-free in the beef bouillon. And this is the 3 tablespoons of the beef bouillon. I don't add salt to this because this is something that, because the bouillon, it's already salty to me. And I do like the parsley in here. You can go with what you want. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 tablespoons when I think it's actually supposed to be like a half a teaspoon or something to that effect. But like I said, that's something I like. And it is going to have a little bit of pepper, but please don't do what I did last time and add too much pepper, because it was even too much pepper for my liking, honestly, which, made my eyes water every time I ate it. But what I usually do is I go ahead and I just stir this up as good as I can. And then every time before I use it, I always give it a shake. Now, I don't know why I always shake it, but I always just do. It's just something that you can make a big mess here. Gets all over my shirt. And I just always make sure I shake this up. So this way I know that I feel like no matter how long this is in the jar, which is a minimum of, I would probably say it's good for at least 6 months. I've never had mine 6 months. I am making new batches of this all the time. So I know it could probably definitely last more than 6 months. One thing I do like about this is that this is shelf stable. So unlike things, it doesn't need to go in your freezer. It doesn't need to go in your refrigerator. This actually just stays on your shelf, and you don't have to worry about that. And what I do is I took a jar and I write you know, that it's the brown gravy, because I do have brown gravy and the chicken gravy. So this way I know which one it is. I mean, I'm sure having chicken gravy with stuff wouldn't be that too bad. But 2 tablespoons of mix to 1 cup of water. And then you just make it like how you would normally with, you know, how you would make gravy in the store. So I am going to try not to make a big mess with this and toss this in here. Now I see some clumps that I did not get all the way mixed, even though I mixed that pretty good, I thought. But this is why I'm saying once it's in the jar, shake it again. Oops. So this way you know that it's all nice and mixed, which I don't understand. That's a 32-ounce jar. And this is like overly full. And that was only 20, you know, that was, let me push some of this down so I get the lid on. Before I take this funnel off, because like I said, I tend to make quite the mess with anything that seems like on my counters. But this works very well. If you eat gravy a lot, this can actually save you really quite a bit of money. Because you know those packages, even from like Walmart or whatever, is at least 50 cents per package. So as you can see, that filled up that quart jar, which it will not, like I said, this will not last very long in my house. It's hard to shake this up right now because this is so full. But what you're going to want to do is still shake this up as much as you can. And before each one, you go ahead and shake it up again. But like I said, this should probably be at least 15 of those bags, or, you know, the pouches that you get from the store. So to me, you know, you figure most of the stuff almost everybody has in their spices. So most of this should not be even an issue with trying to get. I mean, there's a few things that you may not have, but most of it, all of us should have. And like I said, this is probably at least 15 of those. You know, the flour is probably the biggest price. And you figure in a 4-pound bag of flour, you could probably easily get, I don't know, I'd probably say, I don't know, I'm not a mathematician by any means, but you could probably get, out of the 4-pound bag of flour, you could probably get at least 3 to 4, maybe 6 batches of this if you do the 3 batch like I do. So it's really cost effective. Like I said, I have most of these spices in bulk, so it's not like a really big deal. But it does save me a lot of money. It saves a lot of time. Now, there will be other things in this little series I'm having. I do my own homemade cream of anything soup, where I can add chicken, or I can add my mushrooms. I usually use a cream of mushroom soup, and I add some of my onion soup mix, which if you use your Lipton, I do like this, matter of fact, on certain meals, not every one of them, but I do make my own homemade onion soup mix. And there will be a video for that coming out here too, because I'm almost out of that too. But I will put that actually inside with this gravy here. And that it just brings, wow, such a great, I mean, not that this don't taste good by itself, because it does, but that onion gravy mix really just puts it over the top. So, you know, I have my onion gravy mix. I have my cream of anything soup. I have my taco mix, my brown gravy, my chicken gravy. I don't have a way to make any turkey gravy. I still have to buy that from the pack because I don't know how to get the bouillon to use that for the turkey without actually cooking a turkey and doing that myself and freeze drying it and so on and so forth. But it is something that you definitely might want to do. Just definitely check out some of these videos. It's going to be coming up. It's going to be shelf stable things to help, you know, lower your cost of, you know, the things that we need. And especially now it's getting towards the holidays and stuff, and people are eating more at home and having more family over and stuff. And this could be a really big savings for you also. So Let me know, those who've been around, if you ever did end up making this. Did you like it? Is there anything that you would change from how I did make it? So let me know in the comments down below. And anything that you ever think of that you want to see shelf stable. I am going to try to do some meals in a jar and stuff too. So let me know on that. And thank you very, very much for stopping by. You have a very blessed and wonderful day.